Hello and welcome to the Gauge Look, and we've got another spotlight stroke thing going on right now. Radious has released some new units for Tomb Kings, which also means I'll be starting my Tomb Kings campaign today. So I just want to show you them quickly, guys. And I am fighting an army basically of zombies and skeletons. I've took the advice from Infused Norseman, slightly lighter map. I prefer the darker maps, but I know what you mean. Oh, it's such a cool looking map. It's easier to see things, isn't it? Oh, look at them. Sweet. Right, so every unit, bar the, obviously, Setrat and the Tomb Prince, is new, which is terrific. So what we'll do is we'll go through their stats first, and then we'll have a little look at the descriptions, and then we'll just kill. So, we have Sand Snakes, Armoured Anti-Infantry, Armour Sundry. Now, a lot of these are quite expensive unit, guys, and again, I know the criticisms, unbalanced and thing, but these exactly match the Tomb King roster. So, please, reframe if you can. Okay, Sand Snakes, Armoured, Anti-Infantry, Vanguard Deployment, Under Sudden. Look awesome. A little bit more sparkly than the other ones. I actually just love these. I love the vanilla ones as well. They just look so cool. So these are going to be really good against armoured units, actually. Although they're not inherently armour piercing, I don't think. They are going to be pretty... They are pretty good at armour piercing. And obviously the armour sundering with magical attacks as well. Which is awesome. We have... Oh, look at these guys. These are also awesome. I can't believe how quickly these units are out. Lines of the Sands. So they're basically anti-large versions of the Ashanti with great bows already. I think fairly comparable stats in the... Well, at least the Radious variation of them. Radious, by the way, updates all the vanilla units as well. But yeah, they look cool. I love these guys. Arguably, they're a wee bit OP. Not these new units, but just the general ones, but I think that's suitable for the Tomb Kings as they do have underpowered infantry generally. We've got Cobra Legion. Oh, I like this little take on them. Yeah, slightly better archers. Again, they have... Oh, they've got take cover. That's pretty cool. Yeah, they're not bad. They've got a wee bit of armour, might be able to hold up just for a few minutes, maybe in melee combat. Gives you just an extra variation on archers. It's kind of a mid-range archer unit. Okay, so we've got lots of new infantry units. We have Zandri Blackshields. Oh, I remember Zandri. Yeah, these look cool. I like the kilts they've got on. Or attack them as I suppose. Armour and shielded. Anti-infantry and charged against all. So these are like line infantry. Not superb stats, although they do have fire damage, which is really cool. But these are going to be great. These are kind of between Tomb Guard, aren't they, and Skeleton Warriors. I like the look of them. I'll probably have to do a themed army with these guys. Scorpions on the shields. These are the same, but anti-large, so just a variation of them. Again, pretty strong. Not going to hold up against Chaos Warriors or anything, but definitely adds a little bit more. And I do love the asset use here as well. We have some Bright Shields. Maybe just a little bit stronger than that. Their Vanguard Deployment, really cool looking swords. Poison attacks. Again, not extraordinary stats, but again, these will offer you a good level. Be interesting to see them fighting great swords. Bright Shields of Halberds, these are the same as them. I love the Vanguard Deployment. These are armour piercing. I thought these would be armour large, but I suppose they are Halberd. Similar, again, not amazing stats, but they shouldn't be, because it's Tomb Kings. They shouldn't be superb. It's all about their constructs. I love them, though. I love the look of them. Sphinx Legion. So cool, using the net cortex. Anti-infantry. So these are like damage dealers. That is awesome. So I'm going to like these units. Obviously, they've got 94 armor, which is good, but they've got no missile protection, so they're going to be a wee bit squishy, but they are kind of like almost like a, I don't know, like a berserker type unit by the looks of it. Really cool. Have they got, is that the Strider ability? Sweet. Okay, these are the same, but they are, yeah, they're more, well, I mean, you could use them as against large units and things like that, just a slight variation on them. We've got Guardians of, these look cool. I love the shields from the Tomb Prince units. Armoured, Armour Piercing, Armour Sundering, Charge Defense. Again, these are kind of like... Oh no, sorry, wrong unit. These are good. So these are your good line infantry now. Again, not comparable to the elite of the Dwarves or Chaos or even some of the human factions with the Radius model. In fact, most factions. But they are strong. They're going to hold the line. They've got they've got magic attack. I like it. Charge Defense, melee expert. And you guys here, quite interesting, just a variation again on that. So these are going to be the new sort of frontline infantry. I like it. Again, I'm glad that they're not quite equal to the elite of other units, but nonetheless, still very strong. And look, guys, dun dun dun. Did you like that? That's expert camera work, isn't it? We have Underworld Deathwatch. It's a variation, not enormously different stats. It looks so cool with the magic stuff going on though. Is that? I've never noticed that before. There's a mummy inside. I suppose it makes sense. Can you hear that? So cool. So it causes terror, poison attacks. I don't think the normal one is poison attacks. Right, shall we have a look at little book now? Bearing in mind with Radious mod, there is now a lore person that goes through some of the lore, or you know, sometimes you have to take a bit of creative license, but there's always some sort of basis in story or something. So let's have a look. Oh god, that's a wee bit too big. Something. Deep sands of the open desert made them an ideal asset for ambush attack. Like their living counterparts, the tomb scorpion's favoured mode of attack was to burst forth. Okay. The Alabaster Tower of Lybaras was the city's tallest structure and has housed over 4,000 years worth of amassed treasures. Its guards were well known to be steadfast in life. Okay, so they're based on that. I remember the Alabaster Tower. The legendary Sphinx Legion has guarded the king of Numas since the second dynasty. It numbered exactly 100 warriors, and it was always accompanied by the Sphinx priest, a dedicated leech priest who was well versed in reanimating any of the legion that fell. That is so cool. And they're obviously the same. Coloured shields got a wee bit of problem with fitting the writing on, but sometimes you just have to do it. Coloured shields, it might be my UI interface actually. Bright shields of Mahrak have carved out a piece of history through their many stubborn defensive stands. They were led by Prince Hamtapek, a noble whose brother was slain long ago by Neferata. Since that time he has longed for revenge. Awesome. One of the most famous of all skeletal legions. Yeah, I do remember the Blackshields from the lore. The Blackshields had fought in many of Nekahara's greatest battles, from the defeat of Lamia to the subsequent defeat of Nagash. Sand snakes were held close to King Behedish centre to be released at a shock attack at any foe's most formidable looking formation. For any foe that caught even a glimpse of these creatures would crumble to dust. Awesome. From out of Zandri's temple district strode the Lions of the Sand. These towering Nushati has long stood duty over the temples of Zandri. The Lions of the Sand have only ever awoken in times of great need, and they'd always marched out to victory. Sweet. And last but not least, the Cobra Legion of Lybaras was known for its ability to darken the skies with hails of arrows. I like this. These are kind of mid-tier, nothing to write home about, but I like that because you go from skeleton archers to, I think it's the Crimson Legion or the Chosen of Asaph, and these are good. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, let's fight. I mean, obviously, this isn't much of a battle. It is against zombies and skeletons. I think I've stuck a couple of Graveguard in as well. Let's get you back a little bit. I love these guys, by the way. Absolutely love them. All the variations do. To give them some of the regiments of renown. What's everyone's fault? I don't mean this variation. Of course you're going through there. Missile damage doesn't seem to do an awful lot with the snake constructs. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. I feel, I don't mean Radius's unit variation of it, by the way. I just mean generally. Nice. I don't know what lord I gave them. Vampire lord. There we go. Okay, you know what? You may as well just get in there. Scepter of the Imperishable. Go on, go for it. Cast it on yourself. Cast it on yourself. Nice. You know what? Let's move forward, lads and lassies. Don't know if there is any females in the... Yeah, let's have a wee look at this. If I'm going to be proved wrong in a second. I often am. Yeah, I don't know, man. It just feels like it should do a lot more damage. Okay. Probably don't need anything on. Let's got some new units here. I don't even remember giving them the human units, but... Looks nice. Do love the animations. Oh, you see that in the background? That is so cool. What's Cetra doing? Not microing him very well, am I? I really don't think it'll matter too much. Come on, son. Come on. Let's not care too much. This isn't our campaign. I'll start after. Oops. You know what? You might as well get involved as well. Let's go see how your little charge goes. Oh, they do look cool though, don't they? I mean, even the vanilla ones look really cool, but just a little bit added texture going on here. I don't know what's going on with my frame rates at the moment. Ever since I had to reboot my PC, I now have 130 FPS on this. Oh, that's a big dude. They're not actually killing anybody though. I suppose they're formation breakers though, aren't they? Okay, let's get into there. You guys may as well just get in. I think this is over, right? Okay. Just stick with these sneaky sandstorm. I definitely prefer the War Sphinx mount, even when I do micro the chariots. Come on, guys. Oh. One. How are we getting on here? I mean, this wasn't much of an army to fight. How many units have we lost? We lost 2 units so far. These aren't even particularly infantry. There's some Grave Guard in here. Making a little bit of difference for them, I imagine. If you can get in there, that'd be nice. Go on. I love the look of these guys. Sand snakes in the background. Come on. I know a lot of people are doing laboratory battles right now, and I do like the laboratory, but I do feel that there's probably too many for me to get involved in that as well, so... But why not? I'll just do normal battles. Come on. Oh, there's their... Where's Cetra? Oh, he's summoning things. How very dare you. Check out some of the animations. Did you see that? Well, we have to see that happen again. I've never seen somebody stuck on the end of a halberd before. How very dare you. Oh, there it was there. Amazing. Okay, Cetra, you're actually dying. Okay, get out. You get up here. You lot, come on. Let's finish this. Yeah, I've never seen that halberd animation before. I'm sure it's probably not new. I've just never noticed it. Chariots of the gods. Come on, lad. Exactly, move. Obey you. Awesome. How's this going over here? Coming? Well, I'm very impressed with the new units. I don't mean in battle. Obviously, these are zombies and a few Grave Guard and skeletons, but just the way they look. There's no obvious texture blips or anything like that. You get with some of the mods that I've attempted to make myself. And I do like the variation on that. I like a lot of the mid-tier units. I think Creative Assembly does basic units fairly well, if not a lot of variety. And elite units are often good as well. But I don't feel they get the mid-tier very well. They do miss a lot of lower units, which I suppose there's a budget. But mods like Radious helps fill that for me. Okay, so while this battle's going on, guys, just to let you know, I will be starting my new Tomb King series soon. I've waited a little bit because I wanted more units available. Some campaign updates with the Radius mod and a few of the other smaller mods that I use. I will be doing a bit of a themed mod. It's going to be about Cetra the Imperishable, which most people are playing, but it does work probably the best for campaign structure-wise. But it's going to be Cetra to the Throne of Souls. I'm going to be reading some fan fiction in between the turns for some added theme. I've reached out to a few people on fanfiction.net, so I'm going to start on those series. And the goal of our campaign is going to be killing 10,000 with Cetra's army. Not all of the Tomb King's armies, just the Cetra army. 10,000 of each major race, well, each race. So man, dwarf, elf, chaos chain, wood elf, high elf, dark elf all individually, lizard men, other tomb kings, vampiric factions, and we're going to be trying to get every legendary lord as well. I'll do live kill counts, or semi-live kill counts during the episodes, see where we're getting to, and hopefully it'll be fun, especially with the added lore inside it as well, and with this added units as well. I think it's going to be particularly fun for me, etc. So I hope you're looking forward to that. I'll record a few episodes to start with. I'm actually going on a small holiday soon, just to make sure they come out on time. So do check that series out when it does start. Is this not over yet? I feel like it should be over by now. There's some units holding out, isn't there? Citra's gonna die, isn't he? God damn it. Come on. Vampire Lord. Come on. So let me know what you think of the new units. I know Radious sometimes watches these videos as well, so I'm sure any comments would be appreciated, any likes, any questions. I will link the Patreon and Steam as normal. I'll see if I can find the lore filler as well. Although I obviously read out the descriptions and things. I know most of these guys. Don't think I recognise the Necrotech style units. But that's probably more me than anything else. Oh, come on. Die. There we go. Okay, and I'll let you see who's done the most damage. Well, fighting fairly comparable foes. And then the Lord is dead. Battle. Okay, let's check it out. Cetra probably did the most. Then the Sand Snakes, to be fair, did very well after my criticism. Not of the type of unit, but just, well, yeah, the type of unit, not that unit. Weirdly, the Spearmen. And they're not, they're the least elite. I'm sure they were just fighting. Oh no, the Zandri Blackshields, at least probably just fighting more zombies. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed that. As I say, I'm not much of a showcase type guy, but I do like just showing out some of the units and adding a bit of my own spin on the commentary. Anyway, I'll see you soon, folks, and goodbye.